it's fun, and that's what this hobby's about.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And Luka will see you in the next video.
Absolutely. Probably about 10 years ago, I bought a. Sorry, everyone.
In fact, I loaned one of these to Rick Salvino when he was working on his Formula One car, and I said, "Yeah, can I get that back?" No, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, isn't it?
It is. I had no idea. I wish you'd have told me.
I tried. You wouldn't listen to me. I was grabbing it.
Yeah, I watched your build on that Mustang to see what kind of pitfalls were going to come in. So.
Didn't really have any.
No, that's what I thought. I'm getting it.
It's like a Ferrari. Is that what's that there? A Ferrari there? Or?
Greg, have you got a good you have got an awesome eye. 330.
Oh, it looks good. It's my dog, white.
I could come in here and probably, paint a body and go, oh shit, I got fish eyes in this thing. Yeah, you know what? I'll carry it out to the old purple pond, drop it off into it, and I'll go and pull another kit, and I'll go, well, let's try this.
Exactly. What is that, like the fishing thing? Your worst day model building is better than your best day at work, right? That's it.
It's so true.
That was something that when I started watching your videos, I really liked your personality. I mean, you don't know nothing about Ed Roth, so you really, at this point, it's time to, back off, I think. But
well, I'm ignorant. I'm just so ignorant.
That's right, you're ignorant. Then you go Hollywood.
It's a good forum to do that, and to talk models, any type of models. I just like talking styrene, period.
Yeah, we like it. We're addicted. Well, hello, my fellow modelers. I didn't say car, did I? Nope. And this is not Model Car Hobby Headquarters show. This is just the Luka Cee channel. And a little bit of shout out because I want to get some stuff out of the way. Here, we gotta make some room because this is a big one. I have been gifted a model from a good friend of mine, and I'd like to talk about that good friend. Because you might know him, maybe. I don't know. But it's a model, but it's not a car. Here we go. It's a big one, huh? This is actually a model I have wanted for a long time, and it is from my good friend Darren Cook. And if you don't know who Darren Cook is, well, that's the grumpy old scale modeler. And by goodness gracious, George Almighty, you at the end of this this video, there will be a click link. In the circle there at the bottom left corner of the screen to go right to his channel. And of course, if you haven't heard of the Model Geeks podcast, you have to check it out. Great bunch of guys. Go check it out. They're funny and they talk about scale modeling. It's mostly planes. Yeah, I know. But there's a lot of stuff that's for you car guys that are still watching. There's a lot going on there that it just pertains to scale modeling. What does it matter? It's all the same thing, really. It really is. So let's take a look at this. This is a model that I have wanted for a long time. And I'm talking to my old buddy, Darren Cook. You've seen him on the Unpodcast. We almost did another Unpodcast, but we had technical failures. So we're going to have him on again because he's my pal. He's a good guy. And he also has the Grumpy Old Scale Modelers Facebook group. You got to go over there, check it out. And there's all kinds of stuff those guys are doing, between Grumpy Old Scale Modelers and the Model Geeks. And they got a lot going on. They're a big, important thing to this hobby of scale model building. And here we go. Oh, and check it out. I see something that's even better than the kit. Oh, sweet. Sweet, he hooked me up. There we go. The Grumpy Old Scale Modeler. These are coasters. Darren, thanks, bud. Man, oh man, that's cool. And here we go, the Model Geeks. There's my buds. Those guys are hilarious. You gotta go on Spotify. There it is, the Model Geeks. the Model Geeks podcast. They are great. I have such a good time. I love sitting at the bench listening to these dudes. Dude, you hooked me up. That's stoking cool, man. This is perfect for something that I'm setting up for some of my new vlogs. Love it. Love this. I love stickers. Thanks. Thank you, Darren. And here's Darren's shop card. And as you see, he is not just an airplane builder. This guy builds fantastic car models. He's a very, very good model builder, I will have to say. Go on to his Facebook group and go on over to his channel, and you will get... Thanks for watching. We will. He does a great buildup of that car back when it first came out, and he's got a few car content on it. Oh gosh, another one. A few car content going on his channel. It's pretty cool. Here it is, the Tamiya F4U1 and half, or F4U half. That's the old birdcage Corsair. I love Corsairs. Really do. And I've been talking to him about it. I want to get that new A10. Andy had a video on the new A10 that Academy's coming out with. There's a couple airplanes I want to do. I always said I have model airplanes in the stash, a couple of them. I build model aircraft. I'll build any model aircraft as long as it's a Corsair. But I do have to change my rule a little bit because I do love the A10 Warhog. Love them. And when I went to Andy's and looked at that kit in person, I cannot wait for Academy to come out with that, because I'm telling you, sir, that is a heck of a model kit. And I said, put me down for one. When they get in, you let me know. So let's take a look at this. Tamiya is, the best. Their car models are fantastic. I've been looking forward to building a model plane from them, and a tank. Tamiya decals are always absolutely lovely. And we've got some good... Ooh, what do we got there? Some cool... Oh, look, even gauge clusters. That's nice. That's nice. I'm actually pretty hyped about this. Darren said to me that I will send you this kit, but you have to build it. And he says, we're doing a buddy build, he said to me. And I said, when I get done with the USAC build, it's on. I'll go ahead. We'll build it. And I will put it on this channel because, you know what? It's the Luka Cee channel. And it's called the Luka Cee channel because I want to do other things too, not just model cars. I love model cars. Always be mostly a model cars magazine, but magazine. Slip of the tongue there. Model car magazine's great. I'll always be a model car channel, but no, I like other stuff too. And you got to appreciate fine scale modeling. Oh boy, there's a figure. There was a talk with my homies in the car section about figures. Whew. Let's look at this baby. I'm busting it open. This one's fresh. So, I always like the little staples that Tamiya do. I always do this thing of I can pop them right out. I just have this little method that is usually a lot easier than what I'm making it out to be. I like to just take those out, not rip open the plastic, because I like to keep all my stuff in the plastic when I'm not building the model. But to me, it has the nicest plastic envelopes too. With their kits. So let's take a look at this. I don't know much about airplanes. I don't know when this kit was first made or produced, but you look at my Tamiya kits from the 70s and they still kick the butt out of kits that are made today. This is, of course, all the wings and the flaps, so everything kind of opens up. Oh, that's going to be fun. I love stuff like that. I like the looks of when the flaps are open or the wings are folded. It looks like the wings fold. I was wanting one that the wings fold. I've been told when I've always asked my airplane building buddies, hey, so what's a good Corsair kit? And I like one that the wings fold up. So I don't know if this does exactly, but by the looks of things, I believe it does. That would be very cool. If it doesn't, not a big deal. But they all say, yeah, get the Tamiya kit. Oh, we've got bumps. und bombs, and there's that little guy right there. I'm gonna have to paint him up. Yay. Let's see, we're gonna get that out of the way. Something fell down here. You know, there's not a high part count, which is really good for me, especially I don't do planes a lot. I've started a couple. I've built one Corsair in my lifetime back in like 1990. I did a little, I think it was a Hasegawa, a little tiny, I don't even know the scale, the small scale ones. And I had a lot of fun with it. It was really cool. And someone stole it. It was, I actually weathered it too. It was really cool. I wish I had a picture of it to show you guys. It was just such a cool little model. And it got ripped off. I don't know where it went. Probably got in a landfill somewhere. So that's what happens to stolen models. How cool. I'm kind of stoked. Just a nice, we're going to do that. Get that out of the way. Wow. What a beautiful, it's just a beautiful aircraft. I love it. When I was a little kid, I watched, of course, Baba Black Sheep. And I just got I got infatuated. I used to draw them on my notebooks at school. I was like in the 5th grade or something. I was just so infatuated with the Corsairs. I was just intrigued by that gull wing. They just had a beautiful look about them. I drew them all over the place, and I just loved them. It was like I didn't draw cars when I was a kid. I drew this airplane. I was always kind of a car guy. A kid. I loved cars when I was little, but I was into Star Wars. I didn't build models, but I would have built a model of a Corsair. I had toy Corsairs. I remember I got this. They made these like Nerf little Corsairs, and they shot off of an aircraft carrier. That right there, I got that for Christmas, like in the 5th grade, and I was during the Baba Black Sheep being on TV, and I was one happy kid. Well, there you go, and there's the glass. This is the birdcage model, and what they mean by the birdcage, because you see they had more later on. They had a little bit more of a bubble type, and I think what they had to do. Correct me wrong, Darren, if this is what I'm going to say right. So you had the original version, this bird cage. It was the reason why it was called the bird cage, because it had a whole lot of the bracing and separate pieces. And then later on they had one that didn't have so many separate pieces and whatever, the framework ribbing. I'm not an aircraft guy, so I'm using the wrong terminology. Do not crucify me. Correct me down there. I want to know what the correct terminology is, but don't beat me up. It looks like we have 2 different types too in here. I'm going to just take this out. Anyways, later on, like the Baba Black Sheep ones, and later on during the World War II, they went to a little more bubbled up one. I think what it was is there was an issue that the pilots sat really low in them, and their visibility was yuck. So they kind of bubbled up the top. And it looks like there's kind of like 2 versions, because look, there's a little bubbled up top right there. And then they eventually just really made it kind of very little more bubbled up, one bigger bubble up top, so they could raise the pilot up higher. I could be 100% wrong with this. You want to talk about NASCAR? I'm probably going to be 100% right, but aircraft, I don't claim to be an expert, but I do know quite a bit about this plane, because I love this plane. Have I told you I love Corsairs? Baba Black Sheep. Yep, you know it, buds.
I dare you to call it regular. I dare you.
That is the Tamiya F4U 1/2 or F4U half. I always knew them as F4U 1s or F4Us, whatever. The Vought F4U birdcage Corsair. Luka Cee's excited. Thank you, Darren, my pal. He's trying to convert me, is what he's trying to do. Well, I love my model cars, because we really do have fun with those. I am addicted, but you know what? Sometimes we got to try something else out. And if you do have an interest in other things, you should take a crack at building a model. And if you do like airplanes, if you do like, science fiction, which I want to build some science fiction stuff. I want to start opening up my mind. I don't even finish my model cars, so I'm bringing on other stuff, but open up the mind and do some model building. It's model building. We're all buds. We all do the same thing. We all use the same exact stuff. So, you know, we're just building models, man. Just building models. All right. Well, that's it for this. You got to see it. Thanks a ton. Again, Darren, buddy, thank you, pal. Thank you so much. This was just really generous of him. It is a kit that I always wanted, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So, all right. Well, you know, I can't use my... Well, you know what I can say? Because I can't do the... You know, why do we build model cars? Why do we build model planes? Because they're fun. Here's the producers.